Oh, I need to go and get a spoon from downstairs.
So much like everyone during this quarantine, I've been spending a lot of time on TikTok, and I've noticed there's a lot of makeup hack videos on there and things. I often see these and I wonder, do these actually work? So I thought it'd make a great video to film myself trying them out, and we'll see if they really work. I've done my research just literally by watching TikToks last night, better than any research I ever did at uni. Okay, so the first hack we're going to try out is this is probably the one I've seen the most, and it's where you apply your primer, then powder, then foundation. Apparently it's meant to give you a really flawless base, so we're going to try it and see if it works. So I'm just using the L'Oreal Infallible primer. That's my primer. So I don't know whether you're meant to use a loose powder or pressed powder with this. I'm not sure if it necessarily matters. I'm going to use a pressed powder. This is just the usual one I use, the Rimmel Stay Matte one. So you're meant to really take like a little bit and just do a light dusting. So I'm just going to very lightly powder over everything. So then once you put like a light layer of powder on, you're supposed to use a setting spray. I'm going to use my little DIY concoction that I made, which I am going to do a blog post on. So then once that's all dry, you're supposed to take your foundation and put the foundation on top. I don't know if it matters if you use a sponge or a brush. Personally, at the minute I've been using a brush to do my foundation, so that's what I'm going to use today. Hopefully this won't mess it up, and hopefully it doesn't turn out that you meant to use a sponge, else this isn't going to go very well. So I'm going to go for more of like a pressing motion. I feel like that's just going to work better. Okay, so to be honest, I think this has turned out quite well. Like, I'm not mad about that at all. Okay, so the next hack we're going to try is really weird and something I never would have thought of doing, and it's using a spoon to try and do a cut crease. Now, I've never done a cut crease before in my life, so any help with that is going to be good. Apparently this is meant to make it a lot easier, so let's hope so. So I think this spoon might be too big for my eye. I didn't really know what size spoon to pick. So I've got this tablespoon, or at least I think it's a tablespoon. So you're meant to put this over the eye. I don't know if you're meant to use it this way or this way. We're gonna go this way. And then you just apply the eyeshadow like this. Oh, I don't know how this is gonna turn out. Okay, that actually looks alright. That looks better than I thought it was going to. This might actually work. It's kind of worked. So that doesn't look as bad as I thought it was going to. I'm going to try and match it on the other side. I need to hope I'm holding the spoon at the same angle. I bet this looks so weird. So I don't know if I really got it even. I think I messed up on this side a bit. Okay, so these two sides definitely don't look the same, but we're just gonna roll with it. So I'm gonna put a lid colour on, and then I'm gonna try and like blend this out a bit more too, and we'll just see how it looks. I think it has helped. I think the shape of it is kind of weird, but there's definitely like no shadow on my lid, which is what you want when you're doing a cut crease. So in that aspect it has helped, but I think the shape is definitely a bit off. So now I'm just gonna lay another colour on. So this is it with a colour on the lid and everything unblended, and I'm actually going to use another hack I saw. Just use a little bit of translucent powder just to help sort of blend things together more. This is a trick that I do anyway, but I saw a TikTok where someone was talking about it. So I feel like I kind of messed it up a bit. I think if you've probably done a cut crease before and you sort of know what you're doing more, I think this hack would probably definitely work. I mean, it kind of looks like a cut crease, but not really, because I just don't really know how to do one. This next hack is supposed to make it really easy to put eyelashes on, and I'm so bad with doing eyelashes. I've glued like my top and bottom lashes together before, and like literally glued my eyes shut before. They just never, well, I would love to like be able to put them on and like do it properly and like actually be able to wear them, but I just can't do it. But apparently this hack makes it really easy. So if this works, then it's going to change my life. You're supposed to use an eyelash glue that comes with like a little brush, but I'm just using this like little duo glue that came with, because I'm using the Ardell Demi Wispies. They're my favourite lashes. Right, so I've got a bit of glue on my brush, and I'm kind of scared to do this because it means putting the glue like really close to your eye. So you're meant to paint the glue onto your eyelid like it's a liner. And then I don't think you have to wait for it to set or anything. I think you can just go straight in with the lashes and just put the lash on. See, my issue is my little tweezer things get glue on them and then the lash doesn't stick properly. So I think this lash hack did make it easier to put the lashes on, but I'm just so bad at lashes that they still look dodgy anyway. But I think with a bit of practice, I could definitely master this, I think. I probably wouldn't go out looking like this. I feel like from a distance, they probably look a lot better than they do close up in my mirror. So I might try and actually just kind of stay away from the camera right now. Up close, this does not look good. Probably from far away it doesn't look good either. We're just going to work with it. Okay, so we have 2 hacks left. So this next hack is how to get freckles. For some reason this kind of thing's been going around for ages because everyone kind of wants what they don't have. So everyone who doesn't want freckles wants freckles. So you're meant to fill the lid of your setting spray with some setting spray and then put some bronzer in, and I'm going to use the Benefit Hoola bronzer because I only want these to be quite light. I feel like if they're super dark it just won't look natural at all. So you just kind of scrape the powder into the lid and then mix it together, and then you just take the brush and flick your face with it. Now I'm just going to use my finger just to pat them in a bit. So I think these freckles have turned out quite natural looking. I don't think they look too like ridiculous. So that was all of the makeup hacks. They actually worked out like a lot better than I was expecting. So I'm kind of impressed with some of these, and I am actually going to use all of these. I'm pretty happy with how everything's turned out. I definitely could have done the eyelashes a lot better, but that's just something I need to practice. So let me know if you've tried any of these hacks before in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow all social media and all of that. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.